Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's Kiki. Welcome everyone. Welcome. And if you're new here, welcome. Guys, don't forget to like the live when you come on in. And if you haven't joined the family already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the family. We like to have fun over here. Mondays we do magical videos, except for the first Monday of the month where I do a book review, and the book is related to something about magical or self-care. And every other Friday is self-care Fridays, where I will be doing videos pertaining to self-care. Welcome, Demi's World. How are you? Hey, Erica. Thank you for the shout out to the cat. Hello, Magnolia. How you doing? I hope everyone is having a great day. Had a great work day. Thank you, Magnolia. I'm glad you guys are liking the book reviews. I try to keep them short and sweet because I don't want to, have any spoilers. But check out the book reviews, especially the last two that I just did. Those book suggestions are freaking amazing. I just love that since Black Panther came out and became like a phenomenon, like the best movie ever. Now it's okay to basically explore openly, African spirituality and magic. So, yeah, so definitely check out the last two book reviews, the book review for May and June, and check out those books because I loved them. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying the book reviews. So, of course, there won't be a tarot reading tonight. This is going to be celeb gossip. That's what we're going to do. But I got to keep my hands busy, you guys. Got to keep my hand busy. Thank you, Magnolia. I'm so glad you back. Missed you. Been missing you on Mondays. If you guys haven't subscribed to Magnolia Empress, go ahead and subscribe to Magnolia Empress. She generally do free tarot readings on Monday, which I think she called Messy Mondays or Manic Mondays. Correct me if I'm wrong, Magnolia. And sometimes she do shows on Fridays as well. So head on over to Magnolia Empress YouTube channel. You guys definitely will want to follow her, and follow her on Instagram as well as Magnolia Empress. She does amazing with the tarot readings. I'm telling you, very thorough. And they get graphic, they get messy, they get, saucy over there. But I'm here for the drama and the mess. I'm just saying. Hence, Kiki Thursdays. That's how I ended up with Kiki Thursdays, because I be here for the drama and the mess. Sorry, not sorry. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and get into that. I'm just waiting for it to pop up now. So, let's go back here. Okay. Oh yeah, if you was definitely following the Johnny Depp trial, yeah, that definitely was a rabbit hole that you almost didn't come out of. And check out last week's Kiki Thursday video, because I did do a celeb reading on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So definitely. Definitely. What do you mean? Who is the reader, Erica? Let me know. Who is the reader? But as you guys can see, this topic has been all over the internet, where it was a TikTok, and as you can see, this lady is on some sort of a bridge or overpass that's over a river, and you see that she is pouring what looks like ashes into the river. Oh wow, we're missing that. Keep us posted on that, Erica. Thanks. That faux coup that happened on January 6th. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so as you can see, that is a young lady that is allegedly pouring what looks like ashes into the river. Now, come to find out, this was a skit. They're saying that this was a skit for TikTok, but it was based off of a real event. So the young lady in the TikTok, you know, is not the one that really did it, you know. So she was reenacting something that really did happen. And so it came from a story of, Erica, it's Tomi Adeyemi. I did book reviews on both books. Her first book that I read was Children of Blood and Bone, and the follow-up book was Children of Virtue and Vengeance. So yeah, definitely check out, if you haven't checked out those the May and June book review, definitely check that out. Definitely check that out. Thank you. But allegedly, where this woman got the skit from, the idea from, it happened in real life. And the lady, not the one that's in the video or in the picture here, she got into a fight with her boyfriend because she thought he was cheating, or he was cheating. I'm just going to say allegedly. Allegedly, because we don't know. But she took her vengeance by taking his mother's ashes and pouring it into the river. Now, said lady that actually did it, allegedly, has been arrested because the boyfriend, who's now the ex-boyfriend, came out and said that he didn't know until she basically told, you know, in so many words. Yeah, shocking, isn't it? But this was what's been going on on the internet. This particular TikTok is a skit, allegedly. This is a skit. So, you know, I guess the lady in the video has been getting some heat. So the real story done came out. So allegedly the boyfriend, that now ex-boyfriend, found out because she kind of somehow, the lady that actually did it, allegedly, somehow confessed to his child, and she also confessed to somebody else, and then she finally kind of like confessed to him. So they arrested her. She's charged with desecration of a body and some other stuff like that. But even when I saw the TikTok and I thought it was this actual person that's in the TikTok, I was like, okay, look, you kind of went too far here. You could have thought of anything else but that, because to take somebody's ashes of your significant other, parent, or child that they lost, or anybody else that they dearly loved and cared for, that's exactly, how do you sleep at night and you did some shady, crazy ish like that? She should be worried about her own mother, because, you know, anything could happen. I'm not wishing ill on anybody, trust and believe that, but you just don't do that. This is low down. This is low down, and even I wouldn't do some stuff like this. And I can be real petty and, you know, and vindictive, but I wouldn't do that, because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. Because the people that I talk to, like, you know, my coworkers and friends I brought this up to, they basically said the same thing I would have did. All bets is off. I'm taking anything that you dearly love and hold dear to you, and you will never see it again. You will never have access to it. You will never see it again. Somebody might be being taken out at this point because you did some ish like this. This is stuff you just don't do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of caught that, Erica. Yeah, because you don't want the dead to visit you. And they mad. Anything liable to happen. That's why we have ghost hunters and ghost adventures and the Ghost Brothers. We seen that a lot on those type of shows. Dead Files. Yeah. So basically to him, it's another death. So he no longer have those ashes. So you don't know what that poor man was going to do with those ashes. He might have was going to have them interned. He might was going to go to a special place that his mother dearly loved and spread her ashes that way. But he just never got around to it because he's probably still grieving. God knows when his mother passed away. The lady went too far. I'm sorry. This is something I wouldn't even do. I wouldn't even thought about it. I wouldn't even have thought about this. So the lady has been arrested. The one that actually in real life did this, where this TikTok stem from the original story. She has been arrested. I don't know how many what if she's going to be convicted or anything like that. So right now she has been arrested. That's the update on that story. But I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen this TikTok on Facebook or Instagram, somewhere on the internet. And it's just horrible that you could stoop to this bloody level to hurt someone. This is the most awful way to hurt someone. You took the opportunity from this man to finally get closure about his mother passing by spreading her ashes himself. You denied him that. You denied him a proper grieving process. You denied him a real proper grieving process. He probably will never, he's been re-traumatized. I don't care how old, young you are. When a parent passes away, it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing. So this man has been re-traumatized. He's lost his mother yet again in the most horriblest way. Besides death. But death is part of life. We know everyone is going to die at one day. But to have someone else take your ashes, your remains, and disrespect them, that's just unforgivable. Yes, Erica, that is so unforgivable. Very unforgivable. I so feel sorry for the man, but I feel sorry for the lady too, because God only knows what's happening to her. But she's being charged with desecration of a body and some other stuff. I'm glad that it happened too, because I don't know if the skit hadn't happened, would he have gotten answers? Would he ever have gotten answers? She might have been, would have picked the time and said, remember when, you know how some women are when they get really mad, and God knows if these people, well, he said he's the ex-boyfriend, but if they still got a child in common, she might pick one day and be like, well, remember when your mama ashes went missing? Yeah, just to, add that extra knife, years later down the line, down the road, and be like, yeah, I did that. I took your mother's ashes and put them in the river. You know, she probably would have picked something like that when the next time he made her he really pissed her off. You know, she probably would have revealed it then. And who knows, that's probably how the story came out. You know, but I feel sorry for him because he was denied a proper grieving process, and he's going to have to re-grieve all over again. Yeah, that nice, nasty, mad day. That's what it is. And it comes like 5, 10, 20 years down the line. You just be like, remember when, we was together and you really, really pissed me off and your mother's ashes went missing? Yeah, I took them. And this is what I did with them. And I recorded it. This is just horrible. This is just horrible. But I'm glad this was a skit and this lady did not do this for real. But it's so beyond messed up that somebody actually did do this for real. It's so messed up. Some things you just don't do. And this is one of them. You don't take somebody's ashes of their deceased parent or a child and disrespect them. That's just horrible and morbid and just all types of wrong. I feel so sorry for that man. I really do. I really, really do. I really do. I so do. But the lady that really did this in real life, she's probably going to get what's coming to her because she's already been arrested. But she's going to get what's coming to her. Desecrating the body. People don't, the cops don't play with that. The law don't play with that. The law don't play with that. So let's go ahead and move on to the next story. I believe it's going to be Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, because they recently just broke up over the weekend. Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan calls it quits. And I heard a lot of people, men and women, scream to the mountaintops that they're like so happy that this has happened, because guys are obsessed with Lori Harvey and women are obsessed with Michael B. Jordan. Look at them. They're gorgeous people. I can see why everyone is obsessed. I'm not obsessed. I do believe Michael B. Jordan is cute. But yeah, he's cute. He's cute. He's cute. But would I be falling down dead if I saw him? Probably not. I'll save that if I saw Tupac. Just saying. But they unfortunately called it quits over the weekend. And I did do a small reading on on the breakup, so you guys could go to my IG page and catch the reading there, House of Kemisi. But let's just talk about it. Who do you guys think broke up with who first? Do you think Lori broke up with Michael, or you think Michael broke up with Lori? Because me personally, I think Lori broke up with Michael. Yes, he's cute like a grown nephew. Exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. He's cute like a grown nephew. That's why I can't cross that line with him. I'm just be like, you cute or whatever. You cute or whatever, but yeah, you like the nephew. You ain't Jason Momoa or Tupac. Yes, Tupac is always going to come up because I'm obsessed with Tupac. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. But I digress. I think Lori broke up with Michael because the man is booked and busy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I believe too, Magnolia. I believe Mike is booked and busy, and he's all about work and things like that. Lori likes the finer things in life. She likes to party. She likes to be entertained. She likes the finer things in life. Not saying that Michael could not or would not give that to her, but he's about his business. Yeah, yeah, and I did make a mention that Future did come up in that reading I did. So go ahead and if you guys haven't checked out the IG, our IG, can't talk, our IG page, check out that reading because Future did kind of come up, and it's like he's always going to be in the background for Lori. Some that's what came out for my reading. If you see anyone else's reading and everyone else's readings are different, we pull on energy at that moment. That's how the readings work. We put on the energy at that moment. The energy changes. So the energy of another reader, they might pick up on something different. But it's the same people that we're reading on. Energy is energy. It always changes. But yeah, but one thing that's constant with this is they're done. This was a breakup. This was a true breakup. And I don't think she's fully healed from her other breakup with Future. But she still need to continue to heal from that. But the girl knows what she wants and what she will not accept. I would give her that. Now, whether or not them two will get back together, we just have to wait and see. But for right now, this is done a done deal. So everyone is expecting Lori Harvey to have a hot girl summer. So we just going to have to see what she does, because she scrubbed her social media of Michael B. Jordan, period. You do not see him on any of her social media. She scrubbed him. But you still see, at last time I checked, you still see her on his social media, on his Instagram. So that kind of tells you right there that Lori broke up with him. Because when a woman scrubs you from their social media, yeah, they the one that did the breaking up. And the lady is still on the other person's social media. Yeah, the woman did the breaking up. Exactly, Erica. She done. But this isn't to say that Michael wouldn't try to woo her back. But if you're not giving what Lori wants and expect, she's not gonna mess with you. She's not going to mess with you. You're basically wasting her time. And if you make promises to her and this, that, and other, that's like with any woman. If you make promises and you don't, and the person don't keep them, a person only going to go along with that so far. But a lot of people still was thinking that this relationship was a farce, was like for the gram or whatever. Hiding. There's been rumors that Michael B. Jordan don't mess with black women, or that he could be pitching for the other team. Those are rumors. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I haven't looked into that, and I probably will not look into that. But I honestly believe that this was a real relationship. I believe that they really were together, that they really loved each other, and probably still do, because this is a new breakup. You just don't fall out of love that quickly. But I wouldn't be expecting to see Michael B. Jordan with Lori anytime soon. Not clutching my pearls. Come on. Not clutching my pearls. But yeah, so I wouldn't be expecting to see them two together like this summer. Don't be expecting. I don't think we should expect that. And a lot of people aren't shocked that they broke up. and some people are. To me, this was unexpected because they've been going strong for a year, and that year has seemed like it's been, more than a year. They seem like they've been dating like 2-3 years. This seemed like it was a well-established relationship for them to have been dating for just 1 year. It just if maybe it's because of what we've experienced. We pretty much lost a year or two or whatever, because of the panorama, and it just seemed longer. But and they started very hot and heavy, doing things together, going on trips together, family trips and everything like that. But then it just kind of fizzled out. Yeah, and they actually went to the Met Gala together. Yes, Magnolia. So it's like, they was a well-established couple, moving up. Um, and, everyone was like really expecting, like, I mean, I know I was kind of rooting for them because I really felt that this was a relationship. And it was. But I was rooting for them, and was kind of like happy because Lori Harvey finally found a decent dude, that looked nice, act nice, got a good reputation. He not doesn't seem like he a fuck boy. Yeah, I said it. We way past the 2 minute mark. I learned that from Magnolia. But I was rooting for them to, get married one day. They only been dating a year. I wasn't expecting them to get married like tomorrow or something like that. But one day, I was like, kind of like hoping for that for them, because Lori does deserve love and happiness because of some of the stupidity she been dealing with. And some of that's her fault, but you live and you learn when you're young. But I was really hoping that with Michael B. Jordan, she turned into Sierra and Russell Wilson. That was me. That was my hope. I was just like, oh, they cute. They doing the couple thing, and now they done broke up. So we'll just have to see what happens in the future. Yeah. Yeah. She not gonna live that down. She not. Like, Sierra ain't gonna live it down, and Sierra had a kid with him, so she ain't gonna live that down. But she did escape without having a kid by him. So that's so far. So far. She could count her blessings on that one. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens, what's in store for them in the future. No pun intended. But I wish them both the best. I'm hoping that this was an amicable split for the two of them. And if they get back together, they get back together. Hey, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. And another reading that I did on my Instagram was Monique. And Monique has been in the media for a minute now because she has been ranting and raving about the inequality in the industry for between men and women, and specifically black women, for black women, being underpaid and things like that. And she has a valid point, because that is a problem within the industry, and it's just not acting, it's also in the music industry as well. Women do not get paid as much. And look, we lay people, and us women that's lay people, that's just got everyday jobs, we ain't in the industry and things like that, and we getting undercut and underpaid. So yeah, this is a thing. We don't get paid as much as our counterpart, the men, and that's been an issue for decades. Now, Okay, I want to get to that, Erica. So recently, she's been going after DL Hughley, and of course, DL Hughley is going to, kick back. He's just who he is. She's done attacked. She's attacked Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, DL Hughley. These are just to name a few. So her thing with DL Hughley is that I think it was some type of venue that a thing that they had in Detroit. Unfortunately, it was here, where their contracts was made and things like that. And she's saying, I think she's saying that her contract is an actual contract and his wasn't. And they're basically fighting over who was the headliner for this particular show. Now it looks like the place put them both as headliners. And usually you don't have two headliners, you have one. So they both thought that they were headliners. And Monique saying, no, it says in my contract that I'm the headliner and this, that, and other. DL came out with his contract, and everyone is looking at his contract and saying that it don't look like an actual contract. But, contracts look different when they're drawn up by different people, So that's some of what I can get. What the beef is something that they both did, was hired to do in Detroit, and the venue booked them both as headliners. So the confusion is there. Who was the headliner? Now, is her antics going to continue to blackball her? Probably. DL's stand up has always been shaky. He's not one of my favorites. It's always been shaky. It's like hit or miss with DL. And that, he got the radio show, and I don't even listen to that. Sorry. Would I rather see Monique? Yeah. But, it's just he just not my thing. Well, Monique petty. Monique about that petty life. So Monique petty. So I think that's why she brought it to the stage. Monique petty. She's like, oh, we going to do it like this. She may. These are just my opinions. The opinions and statements of this show are my own and nobody else's. Let's go ahead and get that disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. But in my opinion, I think that she may have tried to, do something behind the scenes and try to resolve it. And nobody was really, messing with her like that. So she brought it to the stage. Like, okay, let's bring it out. Since nobody want to talk to me behind the scenes, let's talk about it in front of the scene. Let's put it all out there. Then you gotta talk to me. So every so often I gotta do that now. But I think that's some of the reason why the public found out is because Monique petty, and you ain't gonna she feels like she's being messed over, and she don't like being messed over, and she's gonna get to you before you get to her. I heard that too, and I heard that DL daughter went off on her. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I heard that DL Hughley's daughter went off on her, went off on Monique. So it's like again, it's certain things you just you hit Okay, can you guys hear me well? Can you guys hear me now? Please let me know you guys can hear me. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and continue because evidently they don't want me talking about Miss Monique, but we was having too much fun with with Miss Monique. But thank you guys for hanging in there with me. And since we was having some technical difficulties, and looks like you guys are keeping me abreast of the opening statements for the January 6th happenings. But let's go ahead and jump back into Monique. But the thing I think I was talking about, why won't she go after the big wigs? Because look, 50 Cent is throwing her a bone. She's gonna be in his, I guess, power book, whatever. And that's a good gig. That is definitely a good gig for her. But will she continue to get gigs if she continued going after, you know, the low man on the totem pole that ain't got no that much power in the industry? It looks like they do, but they don't. So why won't she go after the big ones? You know, the ones that actually have the power, you know, have say. You know, is she really that afraid to tackle that on, take that on and tackle the issues at the table with them for fear of a complete blackball, you know, being completely blacklisted? Because pretty much right now it's like people are probably looking at her like she's a pariah, and any project that she gets on could be damaged by what she's talking about, and the people that she's tag team back again. So why, the question really is, why won't she go after the big wigs? Why won't she go after the big wigs? Why is she going after the small fish? You know, because those are the small fish that she's attacking are the ones that's willing to put her in things, you know, help her. But she's isolating herself from them and those opportunities. Yeah, so 50 might put her in the stuff because he petty. He on that petty ish. So, you know, like the commercial, Erica, like the commercial. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. Exactly. Now, if she turn around and bite this particular hand that she fed her, she gonna have some issues. Cause 50 about that. He could get down and dirty with you. He could get as down and dirty as you can, if not more so. So there's that. But she does have she's fighting a very valid fight. But it's the way she's going about it. And she might be doing more damage than good. You know? So this is a really, really fine line that she's walking. And she's screaming, but no one can hear her. You know, and I understand the frustration. We as peons out in the real world, struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, we understand the struggle. We understand not being paid your worth. You know, and when you demand to be paid your worth, you get fired, you get cut, you get blacklisted, and all this stuff. We get that. Yeah, so she is doing damage and no one is willing to listen to her. She's doing a lot of this and it's valid. The things that she's saying is valid, but she's doing it in a damaging way. So it's not going to result in anything being resolved. The issues that she's trying to bring up, no one is going to take it serious because of the way she's presenting it. I understand she's pissed off and hurt and this, that, and other. Heck, I'm pissed off and hurt for not being paid my worth. But it's a way to go about addressing it. And come from an emotional spot, an emotional place, could do more damage than good. That's all I'm saying. She has a valid fight. She has a valid point. This is not just a black-white thing. It's a woman thing, you know, because black, other, and white women are not being paid equal to our male counterparts. And that's across the board. That's across the board. Whether you on that rich end and the poor end, it's across the board. It's always been unequal. Always. And that needs to stop. She really, at this point, she needs somebody to take over. I agree, Erica. She needs somebody to take over and fight this fight for her. You know. But heck, look at the chick from Scream that played Sydney. Neve Campbell. She's not coming back to the next Scream. And you want to know why? Because they lowballed her in the last Scream that just came out this January. They lowballed her, they paid her less, and she's not coming back. They won't pay her worth, so she's not coming back. And she says it's very unfortunate. This is public knowledge. She did an interview. Yes, she did an interview. It came out, and she's not coming back for the next Scream unless they pay her worth. She feels like, and I'm paraphrasing, she feels like, you know, in the place that she's at, she's been almost in every Scream. She started the genre with Wes Craven, and at this point she should be paid her worth. Now, yes, what's her face is going to come back. The one that did was the reporter. She was on Friends. I can't think of people's names right now. But she was married to David Arquette. And we all know what happened. If you haven't seen Scream, the new one, go watch it. Because it was okay. It was good. It was good. It was worth it. But I can't think of that lady's name to save my bloody life. But she was on Friends. She played Monica. She's coming back. But Sydney, Neve Campbell, she's not coming back unless they pay her worth. And she has a valid point. She's been in technically every last one of them, and they technically wouldn't have a show without her. You know? So it'll be interesting to see how they move forward without Neve Campbell playing Sydney. That's going to be interesting because most of us watch Scream because of Sydney. We watch it because of Sydney. So Monique has a valid fight, but it's the way she's going about it is damaging, and she could potentially hurt the efforts of women, all women fighting for equality, equal pay. And if that happens, Monique gonna have a problem because a whole bunch of women, all of us is going to go after her. Because we're going to be pointing the finger at her like, you the reason why we didn't win this fight. She'll be the poster child for women continuing to be lowballed. Exactly. Even Jamie come back to every couple of years to kill Michael Myers. And why do we watch Halloween? Michael Myers and Jamie. That's why we watch Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis. We want to see if Jamie Lee Curtis is actually going to kill Michael Myers one day. Just saying. She's the Jamie and Sydney, Jamie Lee Curtis and Neve Campbell are the constant in their movie genre. In Halloween and Scream, they're the constant. So that's why we watch. Not only are they good movies, but we watch to see if, they're going to get the killer and kill them finally, like forever, ever. So, but yeah, Monique need to find a different way of fighting this fight before she get like really blackballed, blacklisted, and a whole bunch of angry women come after her with pitchforks, and it'll be Frankenstein all over again. But a group of women with pitchforks and torches about to tar and feather her for messing up this fight. Just saying. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Thank you guys so very much for hanging in there with me with the technical difficulties. I'm sorry that I'm no longer on screen, but hey, we here. Did you guys see this mess? Blac Chyna is stepping into the fight ring. She's training to fight, to box. Now, Kim Kardashian did this some years ago, where she went into a celeb fighting ring. And it was hilarious. I saw some clips of it, and I didn't watch the whole thing. But why is Blac Chyna doing this? It's like she's doing everything to keep herself relevant. She's doing everything to keep herself relevant. I don't know who she's fighting, but she's training. I've seen clips of her training. Yeah. I think this is stupid, but this is her trying to stay in the limelight and keep a check coming. Rumor has it she working on another type of show. With or without her mother. I don't know. But this is yeah, hide the baby strollers. We all know what happened at Disneyland or Disney World. We know what happened there. But this is like this smell of desperate. This smell desperate. Like you grasping at strings. This is like a last ditch effort. Who is actually watching celebrity boxing matches now? Who? I mean, why is this still a thing? And she gonna mess around and get her BBL jacked up. I'm just saying. One good hit. And whatever plastic surgery and BBL she got, done. She might pop. Just saying. You would think if you have had some type of cosmetic plastic surgery, you wouldn't be stepping foot in no dang on fighting ring. One would think. But she is trying to be out here. I'm glad I wasn't the only one, Magnolia. But she is really out here trying to stay relevant, trying to continue to get a check by any means necessary, by hook or by crook. This woman is trying to continue to get a check. I understand that you got kids to feed. I get that. But going and doing this scream and smell desperate to me. I'm just saying. I mean, it's other people that we could be watching that's worth it, like Erica saying Cisco versus Peter on Love and Hip Hop. Heck, can we get Nene and the tardy from the party chick? Can we get them? Can we get Kenya Moore and Marlo? Can we get them? For Real Housewives. I'm just of Atlanta. Can we get them? Can we get Andy Cohen and Nene then? Just saying. It's other people that we would rather watch. It's so many other people we would rather watch do a celeb fight versus her. Who would want to see Blac Chyna go into a ring? I mean, seriously. Can she go into the ring with Layla Ali? I'll pay to watch that. Even though Layla is retired. I love watching Layla Ali in her heyday. That was freaking amazing. Loved it. It was like watching her, not to compare her to her father, but it was like watching her father. May he rest in peace. It was like watching her father. It was just so amazing. I would pay to see Layla Ali go up against Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna wouldn't win. And I don't think she would win the fight that she's training for. But you never know. You never know. But this just screamed desperate to me. I'm sorry. This just screams desperate. And it's other ways of making some money. Just saying. Besides this. She need to come up with some other ways. I don't know who is advising her. Or maybe they advising her and she ain't listening. But she need to. Because stepping in the ring, like for real, I hope she's taking this serious, because she's training, but I'm really hoping and praying she's taking this serious, because stepping into the ring is big responsibility. This ain't no sandbox fight. This is not sandbox fight. This is not kiddie fight. This like Fight Club fight. So I'm hoping like all get out that she is prepared the day that she stepped foot in that ring. If she does. If she does. But this to me screams desperate. I smell desperateness all over this. Just saying. I just shook my head when I saw it. I was just like, no, Lord Jesus. Now, this next story, I want to tag something on with it. Now, you guys might not have heard of this, but I forgot where this happened at. But this teacher, second grade teacher, gym teacher, knocked this second grader's tooth out because he did not put the hockey stick back correctly. She got upset, took the hockey stick and tossed it at him. It hit him in the mouth, knocked his tooth out. He goes to pick it up and try to put it back, like she wanted it. And the killer part about this is nothing was done about it. Nothing was done about it. This happened like back in March. And nothing was done about it. You know what happened? The gym teacher was allowed. The next thing that the parents knew about the incident was that the school quietly announced that this particular teacher was retiring. So there was no consequences. I think they told the parents that they was investigating, and it did warn that it was like, what she did was considered corporal punishment, but nothing was done. She was allowed to retire. I think before she retired, she was like on paid leave for a minute, but nothing was done about this. How is it possible that a teacher can exert corporal punishment on a child and the school do nothing? The school still pay the teacher and allow the teacher to quietly retire. How is that possible? She should have straight been fired. After an investigation, she should have straight been fired. After they deemed what she did was considered corporal punishment, you do not put them on paid leave. You put them on paid leave or unpaid leave during the investigation. But once the investigation come back and they say corporal punishment, she should have been fired. And this is a second grader. So I believe the child is going to another school, and the parents are saying that he's already asking about, do they have gym class? What does the teacher do? And he's asking a bunch of questions. So this child is traumatized. Rightfully so. The child is traumatized. And he has a fear of gym class. I would too. Exactly, because mine would be in jail too. Trust and believe. My dad and my mama would be up under the jail. Because that gym teacher wouldn't be alive. No shade. No Sade. No Sade. But yes, this was a second grader. Where is it okay for a teacher to attack a student and still have a job? A teacher is an educator. Their main responsibility is to look after that child while that child is in their care on school property. They are to educate that child. They are not to harm a child. They are not to harm a child. Because that child is their responsibility while that child is in that school. Up under their care for like 8 hours a day. So this really upset me. And I believe the parents are taking the proper actions. But yeah, it happens in Never Never Land. And probably not even there. And God knows where that teacher is at since she's retired. If she's still of working age, she could be at another school teaching. Can you imagine? She could be at another school teaching. She could be around some other kids teaching. Because the school that she originally worked at didn't do their due diligence. They just let her slide. If you are a teacher and you hurt a child, something should happen to you. And like nurses and doctors, when they get their license revoked and can't practice, that goes like statewide. It should happen for teachers too that harm children. I'm just saying. And lastly, but not leastly, let's talk about something else that happened. Now I've been following this for a minute because these two women got into an altercation outside of their housing complex or whatever have you. Of course, they are women of color. One was like in her like mid to late 30s, and the other one was 41. So the mid to late 30-year-old and the 41-year-old woman got into an altercation because of what the 30-something-year-old posted online about the 41-year-old. Now they're out, jaw-jacking, having a verbal fight that turned into a fight. Now the 30-something-year-old daughter, her daughter was there, and the 30-something-year-old handed her daughter her purse. The child goes into the purse, takes out a gun, and shoots the 41-year-old. 41-year-old woman dies at the hospital. Now the mother of the child, they arrested and charged her, for gun possession and aggravated assault and all that good stuff. Now, just recently, because people was talking about what's going to happen to the 10-year-old because she committed murder. She shot and killed another human being. So now they're, I think they have picked up the 10-year-old. The 10-year-old is in a juvenile facility. And they're trying to see what type of charges they could bring up on the child. Now, allegedly, the 41-year-old, according to the child or whatever witnesses or whatever, was saying that they were saying that they heard the 41-year-old saying that they was going to, bring some people over and hurt her mom and her, and that's why she shot, because she was scared. And someone said that, they said, oh my God, something like they told the girl, like, oh my God, you shot her. And she was like, yeah, well, that's what you get for, fighting my mom or whatever. So basically showing no remorse for what she just did. You wasn't even part of the dang on fight. This is between adults. Now, we don't know if the mother instructed the 10-year-old to do what she did. We don't know. I guess if this goes to trial, it'll come out. But this is a 10-year-old that shot and killed a 41-year-old. And after everything that has happened within the last couple of weeks, all of these mass shootings, Buffalo, Cali, Vegas, numerous other ones, the school shooting in Texas, now this type of incident, and many more that we haven't heard about, because there's many more that we haven't heard that hasn't hit the media. You think gun control is not an issue? You really think gun control is not an issue? But what is an issue is controlling women's reproduction organs. That's the major issue, not gun control. But controlling women's reproduction system is more important than gun control. How? Tell me how. I've been saying it to people for years, and especially after I done read The Handmaid's Tale, and they made the TV show. I'm really starting to see similarities. I'm really starting to see similarities between Real World and Handmaid's Tale. If you guys haven't read that book or seen the TV show, please watch the TV show. Read the book. I'm starting to see similarities. I don't like it. It's scary. We are definitely living in some scary times right now. And as I'm bringing this to a close, I don't like to end my Kiki on a low level, but I want everyone to be safe. Protect yourselves. Of course, I got protection oils in the shop, so all of that will be in the description bar. I have protection candles as well. You want a Reiki session? I got that. I'm running a Father's Day special, $25 for a Reiki session for protection and healing. But I want everyone to really be careful out there, because anything can happen. As you can see in Buffalo, those people was just going about their everyday business at a grocery store, and it happened. Those little kids woke up that day excited about an award ceremony, the end of their school year, seeing their friends, and 19 children gone. Senseless. But gun control is not an issue. Excuse me. Gun control is not an issue. But what is a major issue to our government is controlling women's reproduction systems. That's more important than gun control. Just a thought. But I want to thank everyone for joining me this evening, especially if you guys hung in there. This is probably the longest Kiki live I've done, but I'm glad I'm able to do it. And I'm glad that you guys hung in there. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to comment, especially if you're part of the replay gang. Let me know that you are there. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Join the family, because we do like to have fun. Even though that we get serious from time to time, we do like to have fun. Okay? So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me, especially through my technical issues. And I will catch you guys in the next live, or in my next video. Will come out tomorrow. So see you guys. Have a good evening.